We're back in Baltimore, Maryland. The Ektelon U.S. National Doubles Championship, the men's open, and it's going to turn into a dogfight. And of course, the U.S. national team won in 1988, the World Cup for the 4th time this summer. And Steve, a lot of exciting things happening, not only in this country for racquetball, but worldwide.
The growth around the world is phenomenal with the Olympic penetration that they're trying to make. It's probably right around the corner to giving some great worldwide exposure.
As we pick up our second game, Bill Sell now serving. Sell and Hawks dominated the first game, won big, and now they are down 2-6 in the second. It'll be second serve. Hansen, Gonzales really getting their game together. First serve.
Scores 2, serving 6.
Bill Sell being
serving 6.
hammered by that return.
Nice re-kill.
So a good hit by Bill Sell. It gets him a point, 6-3. 2 bounces before Sergio could hit it. Let's take a look. Sergio's been so good at getting to these. He's down low. He's very aggressive.
Right there, he tries to pinch it, leaves it up a little bit. Bill steps up with a good forehand, puts it down, and it dies just in front of Sergio.
That Bill Sell being a southpaw, does that throw off Sergio a little bit?
Doesn't throw him off so much, but if you're going to build a doubles team from the ground up, and you had access to the players, righties and lefties, you'd put a righty-lefty team together, because on the wings, meaning the right and the left, and the balls are being hit in there a lot, you got forehands. And that's a great shot. It's just honestly tough for a right-handed backhand to compete with a good left-handed forehand on the left side.
4-6 now. They've gotten 2 back. Bill Sell serving.
Oh, great rally though. Front court play, good volleying up in there.
Skip on the Hawks shot, so that'll be a half out here.
It's a great get right there. Sergio goes back to the back for it.
And that was the put-away shut right there that Hawks
Just
couldn't quite get
it.
to.
He wanted it bad, but it was just in front.
So the serve goes over to Brian Hawks. And if you could hear the referee, 4-6 on the score. Second game of the championship match.
Second serve.
Quite a change, Steve, from the first when
It is.
Hawks and Sell were really blowing Hansen and Gonzales out. Gonzales and Hansen really made some significant changes and really on top of their game.
It's such a momentum. I mean, even just the emotion that Tim and Sergio are getting into is just firing them up a little bit, making their shots a little bit more refined, right back in this game. Sergio's a good shooter.
This has been an effective combination. Hansen gets the 7th point for this team.
You give Sergio this shot too often, he can flat roll it out in the corners, and he can reverse pinch it. He can hit like a regular pinch across into the right corner there. He's a tough little player.
Sergio Gonzales from Miami, Florida. 7-4. And out for the team now that goes over to Sergio for the serve. 7-4 the score, second game. This is short on the serve. This team of Gonzales Hansen have to win the second game to have a chance. They need that tiebreaker game.
It's a great get, great anticipation.
Bill Sell extending himself. We've had each player extending themselves for those gets up top. This time it's Bill Sell.
Well, because when you have 2 players, that if you might be able to be a little bit more aggressive on some. He can anticipate the pinch, and he does, and he flat kills virtually a diving get, which is fantastic.
4-7. Sell and Hawks trying to close it out right here. They'd love to come back and win the second game.
First serve again.
Because these guys serve a lot at angles, right behind, or they're trying to make sidewall contact in front of their partner over on the sidewall. When it makes contact with, like it did again right there, with the server's partner, then they just replay that as a first serve. So he wants that angle. He wants the angle to hit the sidewall, then V back in to Sergio, get back into the glass on the left side and make a tough return. And that's happened 4 times in a row. He's actually very accurate doing that.
Say that again. Well, I would, except
Looks like a ball change here, Steve. Yeah. And a little bit of water for Bill
I mean,
Sell.
as much punishment as these balls take, the durability of the ball is fantastic. I mean, they give different miles per hour of how fast it's going to go, but it's got to be up in that 150 range off of, say, like Brian Tim's racket. Ball takes a lot of punishment and holds up very well.
Racquetball, of course, burning 600 calories per hour. That's why a lot of us play it. Great exercise. Good way to get that exercise and enjoy it at the same time.
Even now, watch Sergio in here. He's going to have the shot, and both these guys, the defenders, are right up in there, and that thing is pinched 3-4 inches up in that right corner, and that thing dies in front of him. It's a great shot. Even when you're watching this, as the viewers are watching this, and as fast as it is, and as many angles, as many great kills, watch how the players really look out for each other, are trying to get out of each other's way. They try to turn around and watch the other person make contact so they can anticipate the shot. I mean, it's like if you were starting a beginning player, that would still be the first thing. Watch the other person hit, get out of the way, enjoy the sport, enjoy the exchange of the hits in a rally.
So it's side out. Now, Hansen Gonzales back into a point of control.
Score is 8, serving 4.
8-4, as Hansen seems to be the guy really pulling in the points when he's serving. Another kill shot by Sergio.
There's such a fine line between, there's such a fine line between leaving that one up, and he wants to put this down really bad, and he leaves it up just a foot, and then Sergio sits it in just a little tighter. That's a re-kill.
Bill had to move out of Sergio's way. Bill got himself in a bad position.
See, and that's great because if you watch him right there, he moved off to the side to give him a shot.
For the forehand,
That's
and then
right.
that took him right out of the play.
That's right, but that's what a defender needs to do. If he didn't, that's where you run into a problem of avoidable hinders, and that person would have stayed in there. And that's what kind of takes away the continuity of the game. So that was excellent from Bill's defensive positioning.
Score is 9-4. Second serve for the team of Hansen Gonzales.
Great rally. Oh,
Well, tell me, Steve, I couldn't pick it up. Was it a skip shot?
the skip shot from Tim's racket, but I tell you, if
Fantastic crowd here at the Merit Club, and let's watch again. Hansen almost put it away.
Lots of hits. This is gonna go on. He's going for the overhead drive. Great long rally. It's gonna come to Tim there. It is right there, and it just skips into the floor. It doesn't catch the sidewall. Good rally. A lot of different shots were hit in there.
Score is 9.
So there'll be a half out. Server going over to Sergio Gonzales. 9-4. A great pinch by Bill Sell, but it wasn't good enough. Sergio read it beautifully, Steve, and charged up to the corner.
His front court coverage, his quick hands, his ability to pinch, reverse pinch, and make the ball die.
Good shot. It's a good shot. Side out.
Is excellent. But you have to give him just virtually double credit because he's playing against left-handed forehand. So he's playing backhand against forehand. And really, he has that team in a 10-4 advantage.
You can see right there, 10-4. Hansen Gonzales coming back into this thing in a big way. 15-5. It was Sell Hawks' first game. They could have closed it out here, but now they're in trouble. But they've got to serve back.
Good shot. Call the shot good.
And they've got an appeal
They're going
here.
to appeal.
Mind you, they call that last shot
They
good.
thought
There's been an appeal.
Sergio, the team in
Shot good.
Both line
They
judges
thought-
concur with the referee's decision. Thumbs up
Sergio
all the
thought
way.
that that ball skipped in. Referee thought it was good. Here's the angle coming in right to here. Oh, that was a tough call. If you were playing a game at, if you and I were playing, we'd play that one again. It's too tough to call.
If you and I were playing, Steve, we'd be over a long time ago.
We'd be winded. We'd be over by the water fountain.
No, I'd be upstairs getting my lunch, and you'd be talking about how I didn't score any points. All right, they're making a big move to come back. The combination of Bill Sell and Brian Hawks score now 6-10. Skip shot by Sergio. He's mad at himself. He's been making those very consistently in the second game. That one couldn't get it.
I mean, this is Bill and Brian get a couple more points here. I mean, they're tightening that thing up. They're not playing
Guys play ball. Score is 7.
much less than they were in the first. It's just that Tim and Sergio have really picked up the pace and really hit some nice winning shots.
These players got here by going through a field that included, count the singles and doubles, 1,000 players that went for the national
That is
championship.
such a tough shot. I mean, kind of a forceful splat pinch winner that dies off the front wall. I mean, I think they're going to show it right here. Here it comes. Look at the side ball. It's just hit. Look at the side wall. It catches that pretty far back. It looked like actually behind the service box with the velocity. He makes that thing another angle. He makes this ball English off the side into the front. What a
And
great
the old
shot.
arm pump, I tell you,
Yes.
Hansen, he's
The
really-
defenders are up there. They're ready for it. And it's just too good. They can't cover it. It's a winner.
It'll be a half out, 7-10 the score, as Brian Hawks, who's been a good server for this combination. It has been Hawks serving with Bill Sell on the offside that has really gotten them points,
That's
but
a
not
great-
now.
Sergio's got a great forehand here. That thing is such a low shot right there from way back, 3-4 feet off the back wall, and just flat kills it right in front of Bill.
Sergio is really on.
Yeah, it's
The
just-
accuracy,
they're-
small difference, right, Steve, between 2 inches if
It
you're
is.
above or below the
Yeah,
line.
that's right. And it's either in that winning category, you know, where the other guy can't get it in front of him, or it's in that 6-8 inch target area above that, which is a left up shot, and that's why these rallies continue.
Hand out.
And it really falls into the shot. Offensive shots fall into 3 categories. It's like skip, which is something that just doesn't get to the front wall, and then the winners that are going to die, they're hit very low, and then the balls slightly up that are left up, which is the majority of the shots.
Side out.
Side out. That's a situation again where Tim Hansen,
7, serving 10.
maybe he's getting a little fatigued because he was making that so consistently in the first part of this game. Skip ball though.
No,
What was the call, Steve?
well, it's a hinder.
Hinder.
I think you would have just as soon had him move a couple feet to the left to have a little bit more of a direct shot. But
So it's a playover situation?
it's a play over.
Guys play ball. Score is 7, serving 10. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Play hinder on that shot.
Another hinder call by the referee.
Yeah, he nearly had enough room to hit, but it was just maybe a player just trying to get out of the way and not quite getting there, cutting off his options a little bit. And so it's that's a
Sergio again, a half out. The biggest lead that they had in this game, Sergio Hansen, 10-4. Now it's back to 10-7, but here's Sergio again.
I mean, this is an extremely difficult skill.
Takes
I mean,
on
if
the
you
half
look
volley.
at that again, that is hitting it just after floor contact, hitting it on the rise, and then shoveling it back in for a winner that bounces twice in front of the other guy, which is just unbelievable. Great hands, timing.
For Sergio Gonzales, a student at Memphis State University. He's on a partial racquetball scholarship, studying accounting full-time.
It's tough.
And all I have to do is see the old Hansen arm pump, and you know they're back in business.
He's a competitor. He's going through all the ranks of the...
Score is 10, serving 7.
Sergio's fired up. And it is a momentum. It's a team game. I mean, one guy plays off the other guy. There it is again, which is a great shot, because if you look at that, because Bill had hit a shot from the back left corner, the front left corner was open, and he pinched it right in.
Let's take a look again. Hansen and Sergio really working well
He's got it in
together.
here where Bill's caught in the back. You know, so
A lot of white space.
Tim knows that. So if he can pinch using the right wall, front wall, Bill's never going to get back up to get it before it bounces twice. And there it was. Perfect execution. Well thought out strategy.
Tim Hansen serving. Kill shots. 17-6 in the favor of Gonzales Hansen. The old arm pump takes it again. 12-7 the score, and a timeout called. Bill Sell and Brian Hawks will try to break that momentum of Tim Hansen and Sergio Gonzales. They came on in a big way.
Good volley right there. I mean,
I tell you, he's making
it wasn't
bread
so much
butter on that pinch, isn't
it
he?
wasn't so much that he really swung it as much as he stuck his racket out. But Bill was still back on the left, so it's like pinch right wall, front wall. There's a distinct strategy here. I mean, this is awfully sophisticated, and if you can get players who are just getting, you know, into this, if they can get them into that middle triangle area, watching and getting out of each other's way, and just the enjoyment and the camaraderie of having 4 people on the court, you know, working as a team, not always having to be by yourself. But if you looked at some of these shots, I mean, there's some very refined strategy, position shots here that only are gathered after many years of practice.
12-7 in favor of.
If you start from the
Gonzales
basics of what we're talking about, and you get the chance to play it like this, you work into those shots. They're not that far away from somebody. It's always hard to when you're playing and you see the crack, you know, and it squeaks off the side wall. You can't do much about that.
Second serve.
Second serve for Sergio Gonzales.
Throws down. Ball hit it, but I thought it was 2 bounces before it hit.
There's going to be a good appeal here.
We've got about 25 line
I
judges
know.
over there on the other
The
side.
Florida contingent definitely has an opinion about this one.
I think it took 2 bounces.
And I think they're going to
2 bounces.
be right.
Twice before it hit it.
We'll take a call. We might put ourselves on the line on this one, but that ball did not bounce twice. See, it came off the corner. If you watch this, look at that. See that? It didn't bounce twice. It actually hit his foot.
Oh.
I understand.
So it.
And the
Line judges,
call was
once again,
overruled.
Make sure that you look straight ahead when you make your call,
Yeah.
and then look at the other line judge if you want
See,
to.
if you watch this.
Make sure it's clear that the call is independent. I
Well,
scored the point.
See, it came off there. It bounced only once and hit him before it bounced twice. And it had to hit the crack a different way for it to jump up. It didn't flat roll out.
Okay, let's play ball.
I believe they overruled.
Players are alert. Sergio and Tim knew exactly what was going on. Brian and Bill were hoping nobody picked up on it.
Sergio Gonzales serving.
Scores 13, serving 7.
13-7. Tremendous skill shot from deep in the court.
There's a Florida crowd. They're fired up.
Got his whole family here, huh?
They see a tiebreaker.
Feeling you skip. Okay, line judges.
Yeah, this is, if you look at the front right corner right now, look at the front. Whoops, I don't know if we're going to see that or not. Well, anyway, that thing squeaked out of the corner. It was about as well hit a ball as you could get.
Okay, let's play ball.
Game point for
Score is
Hansen
14.
Gonzales. This will take us into a tiebreaker. wipe up a little moisture off the floor. Good chance right there for them to win that game. They couldn't quite do it, Steve. Sergio trying to do it all up front.
This is where, you know, the defense is going to tighten up. They're going to really get up and force somebody to put a ball down as a winner.
Taking a look at
There.
Tim Hansen there, cleaning the goggles. Trying to cycle.
They have played.
Hansen trying to cycle. Sergio.
Yeah, Sergio played a great second game.
Yeah,
They've
he's the
come back.
emotional leader. He definitely is the emotional leader.
But the one thing it's kind of good for everybody watching is they really got pretty much blown out the first game.
15-5. I'd say it's a blowout.
You know, so they're mentally very stable. They go, okay, didn't go the way they wanted it to. They regroup. It's 0-0. They still need, the other team, Bill and Brian, still need to beat them another game. And it's not over. So now there will be appeals. Because Brian's going to appeal that Bill got the ball before it bounced twice. So now we're going to get a linesman. Yep, the
Thumbs
linesman
up. Referee
upheld.
is upheld, and that will be a side or a half out.
As much as Bill and Brian thought that
I think it was a good call from my eye.
yeah, it actually looked like it bounced. But when you're in there and you get up there, I don't know if they can see it there, but pretty tough to see. Because the ball actually got in front. I might see the better angle, this angle. It's right here. It's like it skidded in a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like it
tough.
touched the floor.
It's very
to
tough
call.
on some of these calls.
So it'll be half out, no point word there. Hansen Gonzales need to get the ball back. They need to win one more before they can have a chance to score the 15th point of the game.
Called a footfall. I don't know if they probably went over the front line. It's a great shot. Great shot. And if you get into it where you have a righty-lefty team, that middle area is backhand shots. A lot of them are pinching to the opposite corner because that's where the opening is.
8-14, Brian Hawks got 1 point, but now coming right back is Tim Hansen. He's been pinching that corner all night long in the second game and doing a beautiful job of it.
And if people are watching and this over again,
Score is 14, serving 8.
they see some of these winners. There are some flat winners being hit here.
Game point. And Bill Sell answers.
You know, sometimes when you're at 14, it's just so very tough to get the last one because the defense tightens up. They're going to come up, but they're going to cover. The ball gets by one of them. The other guy goes back and tracks it down.
Sergio Gonzales, short on his first serve. He'll probably go to a lob here. Second serve. Sergio puts his team into the tiebreaker. Sergio Gonzales and Tim.
Great effort from the
What a comeback.
Florida doubles team, Sergio and Tim. Great job.
There's a nice banner hanging. Go Tim and Sergio. Look at that, Florida. Tremendous job, though. Beaten in the first game 15-5. Coming back winning 15-8 in the second. Here's how they did it.
Shows him back in here. Backhand off the back walls. Rackets up. Hits it cross court. Brian's up there to cover. No, great shot. Angled it by him. Well done.
Another look.
Right to here. Look at him go to the back wall. Look at him come off the wall. Great cross court angle. Dives right over by the 25-foot line.
Well, that's how it stacks up here at the Ektelon U.S. National Doubles Championships. It's the Men's Open. This is the best amateurs in the Men's Open division. And the first game, a blowout by Bill Sell and Brian Hawks, 15-5 over Tim Hansen and Sergio Gonzales. And Steve, in the second game, to the credit of Hansen Gonzales, they came right back, did what they had to do, 15-8.
They came back really aggressively, and if you look at the stats right there, you'll see that in the first game when they really weren't putting many balls down for winners, kill shots, in the second game they came out and hit 21. And you know, probably the other statistic there, it's kind of difficult to interpret the unforced errors because in being aggressive and hitting all the winners, you're going to have a few misses. But they really changed the momentum around, played very well, and are back in this. This could be a great tiebreaker.
Well, it's going to be, and it only goes to 11 points. You play 2 games to 15. This is the tiebreaker. You only play to 11. There's no overtime. First one to 11 takes home the bacon, right?
Somebody's going to want to get the lead here quick and hold it.